Would you be so kind as to tell me what happened with Monsieur de Saint-Maxent's shipment?
Why would you want to know? Bah! Don't you worry, my little Angel. The cargo found its way to the intended recipient. Let me pour you a cup. I dare you to tell me this isn't the best Madeira wine that ever graced your heavenly lips.
If you insist, Capitan.
I do. You will not find a better vintage in all of the New World.
I'm intrigued. Truly.
It disappoints me that Aveline is the lead character of Assassin's Creed III Liberation. Not because she's a bad character though, quite the opposite. She's one of the most fascinating assassins in the entire series, and what is disappointing is that Liberation is very much a secondary game within the Assassin's Creed franchise. So why is Aveline such an interesting character? Well, it's quite simple. She's one of those rare examples of a female lead in a game done right. In Assassin's Creed Liberation, Aveline has every bit the agency of her male counterparts in the AAA games on the consoles. Just like Connor and Ezio and co, Aveline is an incredibly capable fighter in both melee and ranged combat, and she's also just as skilled at free running and stealth as her male counterparts. Unlike so many other female lead characters, Aveline isn't presented as a character that is in need of male aid either. In fact, over and over again in Liberation, there's a reversal of the maiden in distress trope, with Aveline coming to the rescue of a hapless male in distress. Now, the game is never too heavy-handed with this theme, and it just putters along in the background, but what it does mean is that Aveline is very much an empowered character. That in itself would be fine and good, because the games industry still does lack for strong female roles. But where Aveline really stands out for me is the fact that the developers have also not forgotten that she is a woman. So often when a developer sets out to create a strong female role, they forget gender entirely by the end of it, and it's just like you're playing another male character. But Aveline still feels like a very feminine character. She's presented as being very familiar with the social expectations of the women from her time period, and the guise system, which allows her to adopt different costumes in order to blend in with the crowd, is something that Connor and Ezio certainly wouldn't do. Where the men of Assassin's Creed will take a very direct approach to a problem, the one female assassin has a different set of tools at her disposal which, while feminine, resist being an obnoxious cliché. There's also a complete absence of exploitation used in Aveline's character. Ubisoft has in the past had characters like this, such as Jade from Beyond Good and Evil, and it's good to see that they're coming back with another one, but it would be really good to see Aveline actually get a chance at a major game in the future.
Papa, you surprised me.
I dared not interrupt. Your music is breathtaking. I dare say you could stop a man's heart.
You flatter me too much, Papa. The credit belongs to my teacher. I am but an instrument of his will.
How blessed we are with a daughter who uses her talents in peace, not to riot in the streets of New Orleans. There is so much unrest since the arrival of the Spanish. Well, I don't want to keep you from your practice. I simply came with a message from Monsieur Blanc. At your leisure, he requests your assistance at the warehouse. Do take care when you go. The streets are not safe for a lady.
No need to...